Adding comments to the elementary report card. The best idea when generating comments that are going to go into the grading book and then eventually populate to the report card is to start with a word processor. So if we open up Word and assume that we've entered our general overall comments about the class, the curriculum, etc., and not information about each specific student, but just the general overall comments that we want to include for each and every student, we generate that in the word processor here. Understand that you have just a little over 2,000 characters that you can work with. So if you are creating this in the word processor, you're looking at about half a page. But in order to figure out where you're at, select your text, go up to Tools, go to Word Count, and it will tell you how many characters without spaces and how many characters with spaces you've used. And so this gives you a pretty good idea of where you stand with your comments. Once you've generated the general comment that you feel comfortable with in your word processor, select it and then copy that. Then go back to your gradebook, and in the final grade area, pick the first student, right-click in that area and say Fill Scores. Under Fill Scores, you're going to go down and check the bottom box next to Comment. And in this area, you can paste that comment into the box. It was already there, but I just wanted to show you that you could actually paste the comment in. And then once you've done that, what's going to happen is it's going to fill this general comment in for all the students in the class. Notice that we've used 895 characters out of a possible 2,048. So if I click OK in this case, notice that you get this little icon that indicates that you have a comment for each and every student. So now if I click on another student and just go Fill Scores and look, you'll notice that they have the comments filled in for them also. So that is the easiest way to generate a general comment for every student in the class. The next step is to go back and add specific comments about each student and how they're doing in the different curriculum areas. So now we go back to this first student and we right-click again, except this time we pick Show Inspector. And in this, you'll notice that in the first box you have the general comment. And if you want, you can just simply continue to type in this box, adding specific comments about the student. You can also click on the tab up here for the comment bank, and here you'll find a whole list of potential comments that are available. And if you scroll to the bottom and you click and enter, you can then pick a comment, outstanding skills and effort, and you can add it in one of two ways. With line breaks, which means that it will go on to the next line, or you can add it with a space after the current information. So we'll leave it on line breaks here, and then insert selected, and you will notice that it goes on to the next line. And I can put a little enter there. And so now I have that. So let's just show you if I were to add another comment after this with the other choice. So outstanding student, let's go up here, high quality of work, let's say has difficulty, I should have just picked this ahead of time. Effort is to be commended. So now I will put this in, but with a space after this. And so I go insert selected and notice that this goes in after the other comment. And I can then edit this and go, and effort is to be commended. So I can either type it in myself or I can add the comments from the bank about the individual student's skills in the different areas, and so personalize my comments. In order to switch to the next student, I don't have to go back to the list and right click, but just up here at the top, I can go ahead and click on this, and this will switch to the next student in the list. And then just from this same window, I can go through and add comments for each of my students. Now again, you do have the option of adding these personal comments in a word processor, copying and pasting them in here after your general comments, or you can pull the information from the comment bank. That is basically how you add comments into the elementary gradebook.